Hey guys, this is Hendrix Moore back at you again. This time around, I wanted to do something different and I wanted to give a book review of Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. Shortly after I got involved with DS Domination, I started going to the bookstores more and more and reading all these magazines and, because you figure you're in the business, you want to learn as much as possible. So somewhere along the line, I started seeing all these advertisements for this book. And my initial thought was, okay, this is just another guru who thinks he's an expert on everything. So I was very hesitant to actually plop down the money to buy the book. But I kept seeing more and more, everywhere on the internet and people talking about them. And I saw some other reviews and I said, let me go ahead and give this guy a shot. I mean, I've read a million, motivational books and books on business. So it has to be a very special product to get me excited about it. Um, Now, my honest review of Jab, 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 Right Hook, how to tell your story in a noisy social world is, to me, this book is it's not a how-to book where you're in an internet business and you want to buy his book and you want to do what he did to make the money he has. It's not set up that way. The best way I can describe this is if you look at Gary Vaynerchuk as an artist, and his art is advertising, online advertising. Gary is not going to show you step by step how he does what he does. What he's showing you is how to evaluate the art, how to evaluate the advertisements, how to get so good at evaluating advertisements that you're able to create your own advertising masterpiece. And he accomplishes this goal by giving you actual advertisements from $1 million companies and um, critiquing them himself. So it's as if you're over his shoulder watching him, and he's showing you that way how this is good, this is bad. Then he explains why this is a bad ad, or if it's a good ad, he explains why this is a good ad. So that information in the book I found invaluable. I mean, that alone makes the book worth buying. Like if you're on the fence about buying it, and he gives you a lot of examples. Like I couldn't even count maybe 50 or so. Like who knows? Um, Another big thing that I got, he has multiple chapters on the different internet platforms or advertising, websites where you should be advertising, like Facebook, Twitter. He had a couple that I hadn't heard of because we've all heard of the big ones. Um, and one I heard of in the past, but I never really gave any thought into it, was Pinterest. So after reading his chapter on Pinterest, I mean, I got excited about that. I jumped on Pinterest, started up an account. Bam, started putting up pictures. Because, I mean, the logic behind it is very sound. I mean, Pinterest is full of millions of female buyers. So if you're selling anything online, you definitely want to have your product, your business on Pinterest where people can see the picture, share the picture with their friends, and other people will see it and they'll share it. And somewhere down the line, someone's actually going to click the link, buy the product, join the business, etc., etc. So he even gives, some other tips and tricks, um, some of his predictions. So the book is versatile, like it's not boring at all, and he puts a lot. Say that it's like a meal. He puts a lot into the recipe behind the meal. It mixes it up well. So it won't take you long to go through. Chances are there will be things you will learn that will help you in your business. So I would say that this is a good purchase. Um, and he acknowledges throughout the book also that, how fast the internet changes and moves and grows. So who knows? I mean, in a couple years, all this could be outdated. I mean, that's how fast the internet moves. He has a couple, paragraphs about like Google Glass. Who knows what the potential of that's going to be? So all in all, I would say the book is worth it. Um, don't feel like you have to have this, but this is a good extra. You buy this, you'll probably pick up some things. I mean, now the how to evaluate advertising, the advertisements, that's worth it in itself. He could have made a separate book just out of that, and could have charged whatever he wanted. So, I mean, I was easily able to, read this, get what I get from it, and then be able to apply it to my business, DS domination. So I think go ahead and drop the money, guys. This guy had a lot of hype behind him, but the hype is legitimate. He can back up what he says. So I think he did a good enough job to get your money for the book.